Victor, the charismatic leader, surveys the blueprint of the museum. His eyes gleam with ambition. Ava, the tech expert, taps furiously on her laptop, lines of code scrolling rapidly. Marco, the muscle, cracks his knuckles, a silent promise of force. Isabella, the master of disguise, meticulously crafts a new identity. The serpent's eye diamond shimmers behind layers of glass in the museum vault. Victor gathers the crew around a table, the blueprint spread before them. Tonight, we become legends, Victor says, his voice low and intense. Ava points to a security camera's blind spot on the museum layout. Marco demonstrates how he will breach the vault door with a specialized tool. Isabella practices her disguise in a mirror, transforming into a security guard. Victor studies the museum's ventilation system, a secret smile playing on his lips. Ava expresses her concerns about the risks involved in the heist. Isabella notices Victor's secretive behavior, a flicker of suspicion in her eyes. Victor dismisses their concerns, focusing them on the reward, the serpent's eye. He secretly meets with a shadowy figure in a dark alley, exchanging information. The figure hands Victor a small device, a key to his double cross. Victor returns to the hideout, concealing the device from the others. He reassures Ava, Marco, and Isabella of his unwavering commitment. The night of the heist arrives, a blanket of darkness enveloping the city. The crew gathers in their van, the tension palpable in the air. Victor checks his watch, the seconds ticking down to their moment of truth. Ava adjusts her headset, preparing to disable the museum's security system. Marco loads his specialized breaching tool, ready to crack the vault. Isabella puts on her security guard disguise, blending seamlessly into the night. The van approaches the museum, its headlights cutting through the darkness. Ava approaches the security panel, her fingers flying across the keyboard. Marco positions himself near the vault door, ready to breach it. Isabella enters the museum through a side entrance, unnoticed. Victor watches from the shadows, his plan unfolding with deadly precision. Ava successfully disables the first layer of security, a small victory. Marco begins to work on the vault door, sparks flying from his tool. Isabella creates a diversion, triggering a false alarm in a remote wing. The museum guards rush towards the alarm, leaving the vault unguarded. Marco breaches the vault door, revealing the serpent's eye diamond. Victor enters the vault, his eyes fixed on the prize. Ava monitors the security cameras, ensuring their escape route is clear. Isabella observes Victor's movements, a growing unease in her heart. Victor reaches for the serpent's eye, his fingers closing around it. He turns to Ava and Marco, a sinister smile spreading across his face. "Thank you for your help," Victor says, his voice dripping with malice. He activates the device he received earlier, sealing the vault door. Victor pockets the serpent's eye, leaving Ava and Marco to their fate. Isabella witnesses Victor's betrayal, her loyalty shattered. She must now choose between loyalty and justice, a difficult decision. The police sirens wail in the distance, growing closer. Victor makes his escape, leaving a trail of chaos in his wake. Ava and Marco desperately try to open the vault door, but it's sealed tight. Isabella debates her next move, torn between helping her friends and escaping. She glances back at the vault, hearing Ava and Marco's desperate cries. Isabella makes her decision, turning back towards the vault. She knows she must help Ava and Marco, no matter the cost. Victor is determined to escape with the diamond and frame his crew. Isabella is determined to stop him and expose his treachery. The price of betrayal will be paid in blood and broken trust. She makes a split-second decision. She has to help Ava and Marco escape. Victor knows he needs to get out before the real police arrive. Isabella frantically punches in override codes, trying to unlock the vault. Alarms blare, the museum thrown into chaos, a symphony of panic. The vault door hisses open. Ava and Marco burst out, enraged and betrayed. "He's getting away," Ava shouts, pointing in the direction Victor fled. They give chase, Isabella leading the way, navigating the maze of hallways. Victor glances back, seeing his former crew closing in, a look of desperation. He ducks behind a towering exhibit, hoping to lose them in the shadows. Ava spots him, her eyes narrowed with fury, fueled by betrayal. A tense confrontation unfolds near the ancient Egyptian artifacts. "Give us the diamond, Victor," Marco roars, his fists clenched. "Never. It's mine now," Victor retorts, brandishing a small pistol. Isabella tries to reason with him, appealing to their past camaraderie. "This isn't you, Victor. Don't do this," she pleads, her voice strained. Victor ignores her, his eyes fixated on escaping with the serpent's eye. A struggle ensues, a desperate dance of greed and betrayal. Marco lunges, attempting to disarm Victor, a brutal clash of strength. The pistol fires, a deafening blast in the enclosed space, echoing loudly. Isabella ducks for cover, the bullet whizzing past her head, a near miss. Victor shoves Marco aside, scrambling to his feet, diamond still clutched. He makes a dash for the emergency exit, sirens growing louder outside. Ava tackles him, sending them both crashing into a display case. The serpent's eye slips from Victor's grasp, rolling across the floor. All three scramble for the diamond, a desperate grab for fortune. Isabella snatches it, holding it aloft, a symbol of their shattered trust. "It's over, Victor," she says, her voice filled with disappointment. The police burst into the hall, guns drawn, illuminating the scene. The serpent's eye is recovered, its allure tainted by betrayal's price. The museum doors swing shut, silencing the echoes of the heist. The diamond glitters under police lights, a cold, hard prize. Betrayal leaves its mark, a bitter lesson learned in the dark. The crew's ambition crumbles, replaced by the weight of their choices. Each member faces the consequences, forever bound by this night. The heist's precision is overshadowed by Victor's greed. The vault, once a symbol of security, becomes a trap. The serpent's eye, a symbol of desire, now represents betrayal. Victor tries to flee, but is quickly apprehended. He struggles against the officers, cursing their names. Ava, Marco, and Isabella stand frozen, surrounded. The flashing lights illuminate their weary faces. They surrender, their heist dreams shattered. Later, in the interrogation room, Isabella recounts Victor's betrayal. Ava and Marco corroborate her story, detailing his plan. The detective listens intently, piecing together the puzzle. News headlines scream about the failed heist and Victor's double cross. Victor faces severe charges, his reputation ruined. Ava, Marco, and Isabella also face consequences. Their cooperation leads to reduced sentences. The serpent's eye is returned to the museum's vault. Ava stares out of her cell window, reflecting on the events. Marco lifts weights in the prison yard, his anger simmering. Isabella sketches in her notebook, haunted by the past. They each pay the price for their ambition and greed. The heist becomes a cautionary tale, whispered among thieves. The serpent's eye remains a symbol of temptation and danger. A close-up shot of the serpent's eye in its display case. The camera pans out, showing the reinforced glass. A final shot of Isabella walking away into an uncertain future. She disappears into the crowd, a ghost of her former self. The city lights reflect in her eyes. A glimmer of hope remains. Fade to black. A detective examines the vault, shaking his head in disbelief. Evidence markers litter the floor. A chaotic scene. The serpent's eye gleams under the sterile lights. A reporter broadcasts live, detailing the dramatic events. The city watches, captivated by the unfolding drama. Victor sits alone in his cell, consumed by regret. His dreams of riches have turned to ashes. Ava closes her eyes, remembering the thrill of the heist. She wonders if it was all worth it in the end. Marco clenches his fists, vowing revenge on Victor. The serpent's eye is secure, but the damage is done.